See?
And it's your email dated the 4th of, for the record, I don't recall now, if I may I just backtrack to page 172? There's a particular email, because of the confusion in page numbering, I'm not sure, WhatsApp that I'm not sure that I dealt with. But specifically, it's his WhatsApp message dated the 16th of May, 2024. Did I deal with it? If I dealt with it, I apologize for the repetition. We did.
Page 172.
The one at page 172. Yes. Commissioner Khumalo assures me that we dealt with that.
Yes, in 169.
Yes, it does.
At the bottom.
At the bottom. And that we dealt with. Okay, then I invite you to page 168. And this now is a message, according to this document, you sent to the Executive Director on the 4th of September 2024. It's the first on that page. Do you see that?
That is correct, SC.
Can you read that message into the record?
The one which was on the 4th of September 2024?
Yes.
Good afternoon, ED. Could we kindly secure an urgent meeting between me and your good selves, even on Teams? It's not about my case, which is making headlines. It's about our EMPD outstanding cases.
Thank you. To the question then that Commissioner Baloyi had asked about who was being intimidated and about witnesses being intimidated and by who, we went through the WhatsApp chats in a bid to provide an answer to that question, which I trust we have. Commissioner Baloyi, does that?
Yes.
Thank you.
Thank you, Mr.
Chief Mapiyeye, then, at page 26 of your statement now, the small file. We are at paragraph 95.
I've got it, SC.
That's a concluding paragraph on this subject that we are dealing with. If you could deal with the contents of paragraph 95.
Thank you, SC. Page 26, paragraph 95. On the 6th of March, 2023, we held a meeting with IPID, which I attended with inter alia Commissioner Spies. At this meeting, IPID had given us a report on all cases then under investigation by whom involving members of EMPD. A total of 7 criminal cases were being investigated at the time of this meeting. No progress, but for the blue light case, has been achieved in these cases. Instead, 1 more case have been added to the list. One involving extortion, kidnapping, and theft in Boksburg by 6 officers from the Drug Enforcement Unit, reporting to Brigadier Dion Singh, who in turn reports to Brigadier Mkhwanazi.
And was that the state of affairs at the date that you were suspended on the 25th of September 2024? Was that where things stood?
Except the recent one, which is added, that 1 more case that has been added to the list. One involving extortion, kidnapping, and theft in Boksburg by 6 officers from the Drug Enforcement Unit. This is recent, as I was already on suspension, so it was not there.
Also now, what you're saying is you've since become aware of an added case
that is
to
correct,
the IPID cases you discussed with the Executive Director. And this is the case you reference of extortion, kidnapping, and theft in Boksburg. But the point you make is that case arose after your suspension in September 2024.
That is correct, SC.
Thank you, duly noted. That then concludes that chapter of referrals of matters, EMPD matters to IPID. We move still on then page.
Before you move
Yes,
on,
thank you.
I thought the substance of Ms. Silo's question, but she will correct me. I thought the substance of her question was whether, as at the time you were suspended, the lack of progress endured all the way right up to when you were suspended, leaving aside the question of the addition of a new matter, but the lack of progress on the investigation of those matters endured throughout.
That's correct, Chair, and I thought he had answered, but please specifically address yourself to the question as reposed by the Chair.
Oh, yeah, I just heard him talk about the additional case, and I didn't.
I think he was trying to draw a distinction,
Yes.
because the two facts are set out in the same paragraph. Please
Can
address
you
the question
directly, please. Thank you.
without reference to this extra case.
Thank you, Commissioner. Until such time that I was then sent on suspension, that was the state of the cases.
Thank you.
Thank you, Chair. We move then, Chief Mapiyeye, to your next topic, which you term attempts to discipline Brigadier Mkhwanazi, and you deal with this from page 26 of your statement, the small file.
On page 26, SC.
You start at paragraph 96 with a statement that all your attempts to discipline Brigadier Mkhwanazi were frustrated, right?
That is correct, SC.
Please tell the commissioners about your attempts to discipline Brigadier Mkhwanazi and how the attempts to so discipline him, you contend, were frustrated.
Thank you, Commissioners. On page 26, paragraph 96, all my attempts to discipline Brigadier Mkhwanazi were frustrated by the city manager, Dr. Emoji Mashazi, the HOD Human Resource, that is Linda Klasheka, and HOD Legal Services, that is Advocate Bihare. In fact, these attempts led me to be suspended on numerous occasions, culminating in disciplinary charges for alleged sexual harassment being leveled against me in November 2024.
Please proceed.
On page 27, paragraph 97. On the 24th of February, Brigadier Mkhwanazi was placed on suspension with this case of the blue light salga. On the 3rd of March 2023, and based on the outcome of our internal investigation, I determined that the misconduct complaint, it was of a serious nature. I attached Annexure JM28, a copy of that determination. On 23rd March 2023, I requested that disciplinary tribunal be established. This was approved on the 12th of April 2023.
Can you just clarify which misconduct are you referring to? And the reason I'm asking is the IPID report is dated October, November 2023. And here we are in February, March 2023. So I just want to understand which misconduct you are referring to in this paragraph.
Thank you, Commissioner. We don't have investigative powers as Metropolis, but we've got an internal affairs which deals with our internal investigation with regards to the misconduct of officers or employees in the Metropolis. So that process has taken its course already, whilst the other process went to IPID, where they finally as well liaised with the NPA.
Are you saying it was the same issue?
That is correct, Chair.
Thank you, Commissioner Khumalo. Please proceed.
And I'm sorry,
Yes.
and when you say this was approved, that is your determination that misconduct proceedings be initiated. So when you say this was approved on 12 April 2023, who approved?
Chief Mapiyeye, through you, Chair, before you respond, you reference a document there, JM28.
Okay.
Perhaps if you go to JM28, you will be better able to pointedly respond to the chairperson's question and in part also answer the question posed by Commissioner Khumalo. In the big file at page 176, is this JM28, which you call a copy, which you call your determination that the misconduct complaint of was a serious nature. Do you see that?
I've got it, SC.
Okay. The question posed to you is you state at paragraph 97 that this was approved, your request to establish a disciplinary tribunal, and that this was approved on the 12th of April 2023. The chair wants to know who approved.
Thank you, SC. Commissioners, as I've indicated that we've got our internal process, I approve that. Thereafter, it goes to labor relations, who then take the process forward with regard to disciplinary proceedings.
In regard to this JM28, if you start at page 175, I see that it is addressed to DH Employee Relations ex NISA.
That is
And
correct.
it would appear to be from you.
That is
Chief
correct,
Mapiyeye.
SC.
The heading is Request for Disciplinary Tribunal.
That is correct, SC.
That is the request for the establishment of a disciplinary tribunal that you reference at paragraph 97.
That is correct, SC.
Overleaf at page 176. It starts with a recommendation that appears to be signed by you, and you have indicated that you are requesting the establishment of a disciplinary tribunal.
That is correct, SC.
It appears it was intended to be recommended by Human Resources. It's not completed, that section. But at the bottom, under the heading Approval DH Employee Relations, there is a signature and a date. Could you state who signed there and what the effect of that signature is?
This was signed, that is page 176. It was signed on the 12th of April 2023 by the Divisional Head Employee Relations.
And is that the person to whom the request was made?
That is correct, SC.
Thank you. Thank you, Chair.
Thank you. That clarifies it.
Then after it was approved, you move on to what happened from your page 98. Your paragraph 98. Please deal with that.
On page 27,
Apologies, Chief. I think Commissioner Baloyi has a question.
Yeah, still on that document, I think when you started, Ms. Silo, you had said it may partly answer also the question from Commissioner Khumalo, which I was interested in, and this is about the charges that were listed. Should those not be mentioned to the record?
Oh,
At page 175.
Yes, it was. Perhaps we could, Commissioner Khumalo had tried to understand the relation between the determination he seems to have, Chief Mapiyeye made, to the IPID report, which comes at a later date, I think, end of 2023.
Okay.
And this, when Chief Mapiyeye indicated that the determination that he references at paragraph 97 concerns internal processes of the EMPD.
Okay.
And perhaps I could inquire from Commissioner Khumalo whether that answers the query that the Commissioner had.
My query was answered. I think what concerned me was some of the allegations leveled against Brigadier Mkhwanazi. Some of them related to the memoranda, the two memoranda we dealt with yesterday, and the State of the City address in 2022, and various other things. So looking at paragraph 97 in the statement, where Chief says, I determined that the misconduct complained of was of a serious nature, it was not clear to me whether he's referring to the issue of the blue lights or the use of cat protection services and the two memoranda that were concluded in 2022. So
I'm clarified, and yes, that specificity is missing. So perhaps Chief Mapiyeye, with reference to JM 28, you indicate the nature of alleged misconduct. Firstly, please specify which misconduct in particular does this document apply to, and then read into the record the nature of the alleged misconduct as you held on that date of the 24th of February 2023. So let's answer the first question. You had Commissioner Khumalo reminded that the number of complaints that you previously raised, including this State of the City address issues, the blue light saga, the conclusion of, or the deployment of CAT VIP services. So just so we are clear, the determination you made in February 24th of February, 3rd of March 2023, in relation to which incident does that determination apply?
Thank you, SC. Commissioners, this started from the incident of the Blue Light saga. That is where the issues of misconduct will then be directed to the department to do that investigation. It also includes the issues of operational plans, which was altered, and the deployment, which it didn't follow procedures. So it is on page 176 on the main file, on the big file, those alleged misconduct.
You mean page 175?
175.
And perhaps
right at the bottom.
Yes, and maybe Chief read those into the record where the charges were.
Allegations to fail to perform his duties.
Sorry, Chief, before you do, there is a heading.
Yes.
That perhaps you should start with, and then you read what you have set out in that box.
The nature of alleged misconduct attached relevant documents. So there were relevant documents which were attached, but the first one was allegations of fail to perform his duties diligently and to the best of his ability. The next one was allegation of gross dishonesty. The next one was gross negligence. The next one was allegation of conduct relating to honesty and integrity. The last one was bringing SEO and EMPD into disrepute.
Please read the last one. Again, I think you misread.
Bringing COE
Yes.
and EMPD into this dispute.
Thank you. You had read it as CEO.
Yes.
Thank you. Thank you, Commissioner Baloyi.
I think maybe for the record, page 180 answers my question. Because it's quite clear from paragraph 2 of page 180 what is the misconduct referred to,
Yes.
which led to the suspension.
I agree with you, Commissioner Khumalo, and we will note, but perhaps it's a document you have also included, but you deal with it in your later paragraphs. We will get to it, and you will deal specifically with this annexure. So you don't have to address it now, lest we confuse ourselves, if that's okay, Chief Mapiyeye.
Thank you.
Are you okay with that? Okay. That then takes us to your paragraph 98 at page 27.
Page 27, paragraph 98. A prosecutor was appointed and 6 charges were drawn against Brigadier Mkhwanazi in terms of the Disciplinary Procedure Collective Agreement, Circular 1 of 2018. A disciplinary hearing must be held within 3 months of the decision to institute proceedings. Paragraph number 99, there were delays in receiving the charge sheet on Brigadier Mkhwanazi. On 24th of May, 2023, Ms. Tsasheka, the HOD, HR, uplifted Brigadier Mkhwanazi's suspension with immediate effect and directed him to resume duty. In paragraph 100, upon his return, I deployed him to EMPD Operations Bylaw Enforcement Unit until the disciplinary case is finalized. In light of the serious charges he faced, I considered his return to his substantive post undesirable. I attach a copy of this redeployment letter marked J29. On paragraph 101, on the 15th of June 2023, HOD Human Resource Linda Kashega challenged my decision by deploying Brigadier Mkhwanazi, and she directed that he be deployed back to his substantive position. A letter of this is attached and marked J30. I responded to this letter on the 20th of June 2023, advising Ms. Kasheka that I, as the Chief of Police, had the power in terms of Section 64C of the SEPS Act to transfer members of the service in the EMPD, and a copy of this letter is attached, marked JM31.
Yes.